Hast thou forgotten thy place? Your role in my world? Need I remind you, puny mortals, of your wretched screams of the weak? The everlasting fear that lurks in your sleep? Let thy curse remind you of the true evil that I bring! Si tu sense me, potentior fiam-toi, tu portes contar. Si tu sense me, potentior fiam-toi, tu portes contar. Si tu sense me, potentior fiam-toi, tu portes contar. May the fog beset tormented dreams unto the weak minds, and all upon this world. I shall summon thy fears from the farthest reaches of nightmares. Now take your place beside me, you cursed souls, and emerge. A cursed night awaits for you all. So hold your beloved one's path and enter the fog if you dare.
Hey there, it's Celebrity, and today we are at Knott's Scary Farm. I know normally I am at home and I'm getting ready with you guys, but this time we didn't have time. We're already at Knott's Scary Farm, and today we are here for media night. So thank you so much to Knott's Scary Farm and Knott's Scary Farm for inviting us out for the very first day of Knott's Scary Farm and to be part of media, which means that we get to try out all of the food as well as all of the mazes today, and we're going to try and catch all the shows as well. So let's go ahead and get started with maze number 1. Also, my outfit very similar to what I wore for Knott's Scary Farm Nightmares Revealed, like the same dress and the same boots, but the top is slightly different. Clear bag, because the Knott's Scary Farm policy requires that you have a clear bag or like a tiny clutch. But, yeah. So this is the top. And then the same velvety. Still down for the
The Dynamite is a classic of the old.
So an awakened evil can be controlled. 7 fingers now. There's 9. The feast in full swing. Second bite, but my hunger's not yet sated. Another reason that sends me to swallow. Keep down. Expected to drag into hell. Strange and sublime, they are now faithful servants of 8 fingers Knott. The black of the forest where the ancient trees grow. The woods were full of magic from a long time ago. The
One difference that I found between like Halloween Horror Nights and Knott's Scary Farm mazes are that the mazes in Knott's Scary Farm are so much longer than the ones in Halloween Horror Nights. Oh my gosh, they're playing copyrighted music. I gotta go. Honest, those are the only two mazes that I got decent footage of, because these Knott's Scary Farm mazes, they're great, but man are they dark, which again makes it great because things will pop out at you or they'll turn the lights on and you'll be like, ah. So anywho, I'm going to rapid fire my top 5 mazes and give you some clips of each one. So the first one was Mesmer, and I really enjoyed that one. That was like the Magic Carnival circus themed one. And then Widows is the spider themed one. And then we have 8 Fingers 9, the Boogeyman, which is, you know, Boogeyman themed. And I thought this one was pretty cool. Lots of scare actors as well as animatronics that actually got me good quite a few times. And then there's the Zoo, which is one of the newest mazes that they added this year. And this one was pretty cool because not only can you go through it with the lights on, which I think is really scary, but at 11 o'clock they actually turn off the lights and give you a little flashlight, and then you go through the maze. So that's rather unique. I also really like the Chilling Chambers. That one is like a mix of a bunch of popular Knott's Scary Farm houses throughout the years. And again, lots of really cool scares, so I like Chilling Chambers. And I also like visiting the Legacy Store, which I know is random, it's not a maze, but visit the Legacy Store, it's cool. And what's so funny is that the Legacy Store has been around for I think the past like 3 years, and people have always been like, oh, Legacy Store is awesome, I love visiting Legacy Store, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I mean, it's a store, like it probably just has cool merchandise or whatever, but if you're not into shopping that much, then, you know, I don't need to visit the Legacy Store. But now I understand why people hype up the Legacy Store so much, because it's themed so well, and there's quite a few photo ops in here. And not only are there like photo ops and props and like cool merch to find as well, but you could even meet up with some of the scare actors or like some of the monsters from Knott's Scary Farm, and I think it's a lot of fun. I interacted with a few of these, and they do cycle out, so there's different like monsters that come throughout the night, and you can meet them, take photos with them, talk to them. It's really fun. And again, the photo ops in the store and the themed areas of the store are really fun. And did I already say that the merchandise is really cool as well? Not Scary Farm, just Halloween in general, Elvira, just visit the Legacy store. Trust me, don't be like me and wait years before you visit the Legacy store, especially not knowing if it's going to come back, because I think the Legacy store came back specifically for the 50th and it's still here, luckily, but we don't know for how long. Anywho, headed over to the boardwalk area where the Carnival Scare Zone is, because that's where Johnny Rockets is, and that's where we were able to try a lot of the Knott's Scary Farm food. And I really like this area because it's not like scary like the rest of the park. It's like scary fun with like lights and stuff, because it's like carnival themed, but also scary because it's killer clowns, you know? But yeah, it's a lot of fun. That light show is so much fun, and just that area is a lot of fun. Anywho, we headed over to Johnny Rockets to try out the Media Night food display, where we got to try out almost everything available at Knott's Scary Farm, but I did have to mute myself for these reviews because of the copyrighted music in the background. We are currently trying out some of the foods here, right next to Carnival, so don't be surprised if some killer clowns come up to us. I have been shocked by one of them so far. It's been a great time. They're so good. Have you tried any?
No, I like eating people.
Oh, okay. Maybe not.
Cannibal is the best way to go.
Should make nachos out of them.
We got nachos. I'm so excited for this. That's when the copyrighted music really ramped up. So, rapid fire review. The nachos are delicious. The decomposed burger is really good. So try that out at Knott's Scary Farm. It's available at different locations. Also, the desserts are so dang good. My favorites being the churros. My all-time favorite out of everything being this Biscoff vegan cheesecake. Oh my goodness gracious. I could eat like 5 of these in one sitting. Their RIP parfait is also really good if you love like chocolate. They also had a chocolate tiramisu, which was even more chocolatey, so if you really love chocolate, get the tiramisu. And then, I don't drink, but they had these alcoholic beverages that are shaped like blood bags and an IV, and I thought it was pretty fun, so I wanted to share that as well. And after eating like 5 helpings of churros, it was time to head back to the mazes. We also caught a show, which is in terrible quality. Like, why is this quality so bad? I have no idea what happened. But don't worry, I also got some footage on my iPhone, which is surprisingly better than my actual camera for this portion of the show. I have no idea what the heck happened. But anywho, the show itself was really cool. My favorite being the fire portion. And they do this, at least they have been doing this for the past couple of years. And every single time the fire portion goes on, I'm just like, yeah! That was so much fun. But they also have other acts, like this person who is absolutely amazing at balancing. I was like, there's no way. Like, there's no way they're balancing on that, like just standing there, but then like they did this handstand thing, and holy cow, that was really cool. Super duper impressive. So yes, be sure to catch the shows throughout Knott's Scary Farm. There's different show times as well as different shows. I didn't catch the other shows, but there are multiple. There's like a comedy show, and again, there's lots of entertainment going around at Knott's Scary Farm. In addition to the rides, you could also still ride the rides, and of course the other mazes. So we went ahead and caught a show, rode some rides, and finished up our mazes. We did it. We completed every single maze at Knott's Scary Farm this year, and I have to say that my top 3, in no particular order because I really need to like look back and like really rank them, but off of the top of my head, I would say top 3 were Widows, Chilling Chambers, and the Boogeyman one, 8 Fingers 9, the Boogeyman. Those are definitely top 3, but I also really like Mesmer, and yeah, I think those are the ones that like really stood out to me. As far as the zoo was cool too. We went once during like the earlier times when it had all the lights on, so like the normal version, and then we went after 11, and when it's after 11 they turn all the lights off and they give you flashlights to go through the maze with, And honestly, I feel like it wasn't as scary somehow. I think there was less scare actors in it. I don't know if I went during like shift change and there's actually less scare actors, or they removed scare actors because it was like more dangerous for them because there's not a lot of lights on. I'm not sure, but I feel like with the lights on it was a lot scarier because there's a lot more going on and you could actually see. But also maybe I messed myself up because if it was the first time that I went in that maze and it was completely dark, maybe it would be scarier, I don't know. But going on both of them, I would say that with the lights on is actually scarier, but I mean they're both cool. They're both pretty cool. The whole flashlight thing was really interesting, even though you couldn't see diddly squat with that flashlight either. But it's not completely like totally pitch black in there. There are some lights, it's just like it's not as illuminated as it normally would be. But it's still pretty cool. The scare zones were really awesome. Of course, my favorite being Ghost Town, but also Carnival, the carnival area is also really fun. I love the lights there. But as far as like scary and like them being able to sneak up on you and stuff, I would say that the Ghost Town scare zone area is the best. Yeah, those are all of my immediate thoughts right after finishing up everything that we wanted to accomplish here at Knott Scary Farm. I'll definitely be adding more of my thoughts once I'm editing this video, but thank you so much again to Knott Scary Farm, Knott Scary Farm for inviting me to opening night of Knott Scary Farm and giving me media access. That's so amazing. It's awesome being able to bring you guys along through the mazes and throughout the entire night. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much again to Knott Scary Farm. Be sure to grab your tickets to Knott Scary Farm going on now until November 1st, 2025. Thank you so much again for watching. Don't forget to click that red subscribe button if you have not already, so I can see you next time. Bye! And have a happy Halloween!